Hello everybody, thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to be doing video 2 of the 3 video series of what to do with your tax return. And today we're going to be talking about real estate. Hello, my name is Will Frazier, Realtor and Credit Guru, and my mission is to bring you the information you need to overcome your credit obstacles of the past to make your dream home a reality. And if you want to stay on top of what's what as far as credit and real estate, you should subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you can be notified of any new videos I upload. Also, don't forget I have links down in the description of the video that have different tools that you can use for your credit, as far as a discount on credit monitoring to keep track of your credit, some places you can go for secure credit cards to help build up your credit, and they also have some other useful guides and tools down in the description. Now, as I mentioned, today is going to be video 2 of the 3-part series of what to do with your refund check. And this whole video is going to be regarding real estate. So the very first thing that I want to tell you that you can do with your refund check is try to buy a house. Now, buying a house isn't cheap, but it's not as expensive as most people think it is. And for the majority of your life, you're going to have to pay money in order to live somewhere, so you might as well be paying money towards something that you're going to own instead of paying rent to somebody else or paying off somebody else's mortgage. Now, one major objection I normally hear to this is I don't know if I'm going to be living in this area for long. I might plan on moving, so I don't want to be locked down by a house and have to try to find a buyer. And that is a very good reason. But I can tell you that it's normally not too hard to find a buyer for a house. And if you do have a house and you've been in it for a few years, when you sell it, you can probably make some type of profit off of the house instead of having to hope you get your security deposit back from whoever you're renting from. Also, if you own a house, you don't have to sell it. You can always rent it out to a tenant. And a lot of people don't want to deal with everything that comes along with having a tenant in your house. But a solution to that would be you can hire a property management company to handle everything dealing with the tenant for you. That way you can move and go on about your business, and you just collect a check every month for the rental payment and you don't have to do anything. So just to give you an example of what you would be looking at as far as costs when you try to purchase a home, we're going to use an example of a house that's about the average price, $150,000 house, and we're going to say you get an FHA loan, pretty common loan, and you get down payment assistance on that loan. Now, if you also get the sellers to contribute all of the closing costs, and you don't have to pay anything as far as closing costs go, you can end up paying around $2,500 for the whole process beginning to end as far as purchasing the home. And I'm sure a lot of people out there that's watching this, you get that much, if not more, in your tax refund check. So that's a pretty good cost to use it for compared to some other things that you might purchase with that money. So the second thing you can do with that extra money that you're going to have from your tax return is you can refinance your home. Now, refinancing your home can help you lower your monthly payment so that you can have more money coming into your household. Now, this is going to work if you've been in your home for a few years, because this is going to generate some equity that you'll be able to use. Now, if you do this correctly, you'll be able to lower your monthly payment without having extra costs as far as interest over the life of the loan. Now, the way people try to do this is they try to extend the length of time that they're going to pay back the loan so that they can lower the payment that way. So if you had a 30-year mortgage at the beginning, 3 years have passed, you now are at the 27-year mark. You're going to refinance the loan and you're going to do it for another 30 years. That way, because your balance is lower and you extended the time, it drops your payment. But because you're now going to be paying on that home for 33 years instead of the original 30, you're going to end up paying more interest than you would have if you never did that. Now, the proper way to try to refinance your home is your goal is to get your interest rate lowered so that you can pay less interest, which is going to in turn lower your payment, but you want to keep your amount of years that you're paying it back equal to the amount of time that you already had. So at the 27-year mark, you're going to refinance for 27 years so that you can stay within the same time frame, but you would want your interest rate to be lower. So that means you're going to work on your credit score so that it's higher and you can get that lower interest rate. Now, using our example of a $150,000 home, if you were to refinance for 27 years, then you would get a savings of about $83 a month if your interest rate dropped just 1%. Now, I'm pretty sure $83 is something that you could use towards another bill, or you could put in savings, you could use it for some other purpose, but the savings that you get from that 1% decrease in your interest rate is pretty good. Now, if you're one of those people that actually need to see where your credit is so that you can try to work on it and improve it so that you can do such a thing, I have a link in the description that's going to lead you to a discounted price on the credit monitoring service so that you can monitor your credit while you're trying to work on it, which is the best way. And you can do all 3 credit reports and get all 3 scores at the same time. The company's called Identity IQ, so go ahead and check it out in the description. And now some of you might be wondering why you need to wait to get a tax return before you do a refinance of your house. And it's because just like when you first purchase the home, there's going to be a closing, and there are going to be fees and closing costs associated with that, and it can take a few $1,000s in order to get the job done. Now, the third thing that we're going to talk about that you can do with your tax refund money is make improvements to your home if you're looking to sell it, or even if you just want to improve it for your family. Making these improvements while you have some extra money is going to increase the value of your home and make it look more appealing to buyers if you're trying to sell it, and it'll help your home sell faster. So right now I'm going to give you some options that you can use that are pretty low cost so they won't break the bank, and you'll be able to do some things that'll help increase the value of your home and make it more appealing. The very first thing you could do is add some fresh paint to the inside and outside of the house. You'll be surprised how many years it can take off the look and appearance of your house just by adding fresh paint. It's a good idea to use neutral colors because you never know what a buyer may like or dislike, so keeping it neutral is the best way to go. And with paint only being about maybe $30 or so for a gallon, you can do that yourself and save a lot of money, or you can hire somebody to do it too. You can also make some upgrades to the carpet and flooring in your house, or you can add some hardwood look flooring to the house in order to help increase the value of the home. Also, upgrading countertops, fixtures, and adding backsplashes are things you can do from the kitchen to the bathroom to try to increase those areas of the home. And the bathroom and the kitchen are normally pretty important areas to most buyers, so it would be of interest for you to try to improve those areas to make sure that they look really good to a buyer. Also, it wouldn't hurt to do a little bit of landscaping outside just to make the outside area look a little bit more neat and clean cut, and that adds a good curb appeal to your home. So just spending a little money in those areas can add thousands of dollars in value to the home and make it sell faster, because of course it's going to look more appealing to those trying to buy it. So that's all I have for you today. Like I said, this was part 2 of a 3-part series. So next week we're going to be talking about investing in yourself, investing in a business, and also investing in stocks. So please tune in next week so you can see that good information. And as always, I hope this video was useful to you, and I hope you got some good information out of it. Please like the video, share it if you got any value out of it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel